Alright guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I have a review on the Air Arms Diablo Hunters in 22 caliber, 16 grain pellet. So let's get straight into it. So firstly we're going to start off by having a look at the tin and what you get. So let's just have a look at this tin. As you can see, typical Air Arms tin, nice and bright to catch your eyes in the shop. So if you're shopping for pellets, this will definitely catch your eye in my opinion. Well, I know it would catch my eye with the bright green, with the lime green or the logo in on the front, and obviously you have a picture here of the pellets inside to give you a visual representation of what you're going to be getting inside the tin. So yeah, really nice looking tin in my opinion. I am a fan of the nice bright looking tins because I think they just look cool, so I really do like this tin. Air Arms, obviously, world-class air pellets, 500 in a tin guys, 16 grains, 1.037 grams. 0.22, 5.5 millimeters. These also do come in different head sizes, but we'll get onto that later. These are produced by JSB, as you can see, made in the Czech Republic, to Air Arms standards, obviously. They come out the JSB factory, but they're to Air Arms certain specifications. Like I said, different head sizes on these. You can pick up the 5.50, which is the ones that I've got here, 5.51, 5.52 and also 5.53. So those are the different head sizes. It does get a bit confusing guys, I know, because obviously you'd think 2.2 is just 5.5, which it is. However, it's different head sizes. So you know, these are the 5.50. So these are just basically just 5.5. But like I said, you can pick up 5.51, 5.52 and 5.53. Produced on the 29th of the 5th, 2020. Made in the Czech Republic. Not a very old tin, few months old. Diablo Hunters. So let's have a look what we get inside the tin. This is just a pull off one, so be careful. Just got to wiggle it side to side. Be careful when you're opening this. You get your makeup pad on top to protect the pellets, which is a nice added feature. Comes on all JSB tins as well. Here we have the actual pellets. As you can see, pretty shiny, as I haven't cleaned these or washed them or lubed them and anything with these ones guys. These are just fresh from the tin. As you can see, really nice pellets, typical Air Arms quality. Brilliant looking pellets, nice and shiny, finished really well. I can see a few in here with damaged skirts, but we'll go over that later. But so yeah, this is what you get in the tin. Let's have a look at one of the pellets, just get one out to show you. So, as you can see, it's not a domed pellet. It goes to a slight little point, just ever so slightly, but it is definitely noticeable. As you can see on the side here, goes to a slight little point, as these are Diablo Hunters, so these pellets are intended for hunting. Look at the skirts up here. Finished pretty well. You will get a few damaged skirts, but I wouldn't class this one here as damaged, as I know it's not the neatest finish, but I wouldn't class it as damaged. I'd class a damaged one as either with a dent in it or just a nick. I wouldn't actually class this as damaged. Some of you might, but I wouldn't. I would shoot this. I wouldn't class it as a damaged pellet. But as you can see here, ever so slightly, kind of goes to a bit like a cone. It's a bit like a cone in my opinion, how it goes, because it's not a hollow point on the top. It's actually just goes to that little cone point. So pretty cool. Just like a cone. They do deform really well, but we'll get into that a little bit later on. So 500 in a tin, like I said, guys. Brilliant looking pellet. You will find a few with damaged skirts, of course, because you never do get a perfect tin really, but to pick out say 20 with a damaged skirt out of a tin of 500, that's about 480 pellets. So they're still perfectly fine. You'll always get some with damaged skirts and you can't help that. No matter how they come packed, no matter how they're shipped in, you will always get a few. But then however, you'll also get some tins where there aren't any damaged skirts. So you know, you can't really tell. Very nice looking tin and very nice well presented pellets. I'm going to show you some of the deformation. Just put these back in the tin. Like I said, 16 grains, 1.037 grams, 22 caliber, 5.50 head size on this tin guys, as you can see. So you guys are probably thinking, well, how accurately do they shoot? So I'll show you. I'll also show you a few with damaged skirts that I would class as damaged here. So I'll show you a couple of those. So this is what I'd class as a damaged pellet, guys. Just focus that. Like I said, this is what I would class as a damaged pellet. As you can see, the one on the left isn't an actual circle. It kind of dents in a little bit on the left, right by there. It dents in a bit. And then this pellet on my right, this one here, also dents in, and it's not a straight circle, so this would not fly straight. Hence why I picked these out of the tin, because one, I'm not going to shoot them, and two, I also wanted to pick them out to show you guys what to look for when you're looking for a damaged pellet in a new tin. So these I would class as damaged. I'll show you how they deform whilst being shot into the pellet trap. So here's one. Here's a Diablo Hunter. Pretty devastating deformation on this pellet, guys. It goes just like a mushroom, but this would be pretty devastating to the live quarry that you're shooting this at, whether it be rabbits, squirrels, pigeons, magpies, crows, whatever. Here's another one that perfectly mushroomed over. You can still see a little bit of the cone pointed head, but still the back of it mushroomed out the most, as you can see. If you compare that to a normal Diablo Hunter, that's gone about 5 times the size of the normal skirt. Really expanded itself out and gone just like a mushroom. As I said, devastating. So I'm going to show you now, guys, how soft the lead is on one of the damaged pellets. I'm going to show you exactly how soft this lead is by just pushing in one of the skirts. So as you can see, Diablo Hunter with a damaged skirt. As you can see, guys, pretty minimal effort to bend that skirt in. Not very soft. It's not a very soft lead. It's not very soft, but it is still not a hard lead in my opinion. I'd class this as quite adequate, but it still deforms very well, which is brilliant, because a soft lead would obviously deform a lot better, but this lead isn't so soft, but it still deforms very well, and deforms better than something like a H&N Field Target Trophy. So now I'm going to show you some groupings I've shot with this, with these pellets out of my Viroc HW95. One thing I'd like to put out there, guys, is that my scope was used to shooting H&N Field Target Trophies, and these pellets are 16 grains instead of 14.66 on the H&Ns. So I had to adjust my scope after shooting these groups. I brought my scope a little bit over to the left, because in some of the other groups, they're all going right. So I brought it 3 clicks left, but you'll see what I mean more in the other groups. But here's one. This is a 10-shot group, as you can see. So we had about 4 on the outskirts, so I'd say that's a 6 in that group. So I'll just put a 5p on there for you. As you can see, covers that group very well. As you can see, guys, that group gets completely covered with by a 5p. This is where you'll see what I mean, where I said I brought it a few clicks left, all right, like you can see here, they're all going right. Still a very tight group. This is a 9-shot group. So 1 pellet's up there, 1's by there, so that's a 7 group there, guys. Just put a 5p over that for you. As you can see, 5p is covering it. The reason I'm using the 5p is because it's the smallest coin we have here, guys, in the UK, the smallest currency we have. And then this is just a 4-shot group I shot. 3 there, 1 there. Like I said, before I brought it over left. As you can see, guys, hopefully you can see why I brought it left now, because it's slightly, they're all going right, but 4 shots gets covered by a 5p easily. So yeah, just another few groupings I had. 5.50 head size again. This is a 7-shot group. 6 shots get covered by a 5p. So yeah, pretty good pellets, guys. Really, really accurate pellets as well, in my opinion. And I'll also show you how the difference of deformation compared to something like a H&N Field Target Trophy with just a normal domed head. So on the left I have a Diablo Hunter, and on the right I have a H&N Field Target Trophy. Just focus this in. So you can see, guys, pretty noticeable difference. And just making that head a little bit pointier makes it hit a bit harder and also makes it deform a lot better. You can see. So this is a domed H&N Field Target Trophy in this hand. And not much deformation here, a little bit, but not too much. Then the air arms, on the other hand, much better. Mushroomed out, much better. I'll show you again. H&N on the right here, air arms on the left. Air arms one here, split in half. H&N, not a lot of deformation here, guys. The skirt just folded in on the right, you can see. The skirt folded in from the right. But not a lot, guys. These kind of just mushroom out a little bit, but the head kind of seems to get a bit more affected on the H&Ns with a domed pellet than in comparison to a slightly pointed pellet like the air arms, where the whole pellet kind of deforms itself and makes one big chunk of lead. So you can see a noticeable difference here, guys. So let's go over the price of these pellets, guys. Okay, guys, so the price you're looking at roughly for these pellets is going to be around £17, which is pretty good, because most air arms pellets are around that price, and most other pellets are kind of around that price, but air arms are one of the higher quality pellets you can get out there, especially with it being 2.2. You're obviously going to be charged more because the pellets are bigger, and this is a 500 tin as well, guys, so I'd say that's a pretty good price. I get mine off eBay, and I found the cheapest you can pick them up on eBay is £17, and the most expensive they are on eBay is £18. So like I said, shop around, you can find them probably a lot cheaper, but I paid about £17 for this tin. I think I paid £17, but the most expensive I found them on eBay was £18. So yeah, overall, guys, I think these are a very good pellet. I definitely recommend you guys picking up some of these and trying them out in your gun. Obviously, the 5.50 head size that I'm using probably will not work in all Virocs, because I'm shooting these out of my Viroc HW95. These probably won't work in all guns, because even though this is from the same company, from Viroc, it doesn't mean the gun's going to like it, because it's a completely different barrel. Doesn't mean it's going to like it, guys. And maybe 30 or so pellets just to sample them. I usually shoot about 20 at targets and keep 10 for shooting over the crony, because obviously you want to make sure you're not going over the 12 foot-pound limit. This pellet made my gun go up to a very good foot-pounds. It raised my gun from about 10.7 with the H&Ns, weighing 14.66 grains, to 11.5, I'm pretty sure, yeah, 11.5 with a 16 grain pellet. So it's always important, guys, to chronograph your pellets, because that slight little difference in weight added a whole foot-pound roughly to the foot-pounds. So make sure you're always chronographing them, guys. Overall, guys, definitely recommend these pellets. Very good on quarry as well, and hard animals such as squirrels. These are very good on squirrels, taking them down. Amazing on rabbits too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to smash that like button, and go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well, guys. Thanks for watching, guys, and cheers.